Hi folks, Captain Mike here from Salty Cape. Today I'm here with my good friend George Furons. We left out of Marion this morning, but we're here in Vineyard Sound, just on the other side of Quick's Hold.
The Garmin got tuned up right now for birds, and you can see the whole line of them right here. And when you look out on the water, we got them.
So today we're here out in Vineyard Sound, targeting stripers keyed in on microbait. Now this is one of those situations where there's fish everywhere, but they're very difficult to catch. Now by microbait, I mean teeny little squid or silver sides, or sometimes they'll happen on krill. But when this happens, the situation can often be very frustrating because you literally see acres of them, they're rolling everywhere. But I do have a few tips in this situation. For starters, you want to go as small as you can find on your boat lure wise. Here I have the 5/8 epoxy jig. This is a silver or silver side color, and I have light leader. We started the day with 25-pound test fluorocarbon. We had to go all the way down to 15-pound test fluorocarbon. Tie a little loop knot on the small epoxy jig, and that's just going to give this lure the most amount of freedom to have a subtle wobble in the water. So a simple little loop knot will also help increase the action of these small light lures. I like epoxy jigs in this situation because they're relatively light for their size. So with a slow retrieve along the surface, the epoxy jig is going to have just a very subtle, very natural wobble. And the other thing is you want to, key in on where you see the most fish milling and behaving in the most active way. I mean, there's fish everywhere. I can see them swimming, but every once in a while you'll see a small little pot of fish balled up, feeding more aggressively. Those are the ones you're going to want to target, the more aggressive ones. But just to recap, light leaders, light epoxy jigs, slow retrieve. Here we're just going to take a look at how I retrieve this lure. So cast it into sort of an active school here. And I want to get control of my line because the wind blew my bow in the line. Slow retrieve, just like that. There we go. Oftentimes I associate fishing with epoxy jigs a faster retrieve, but this situation on the little baits like this with finicky fish, the name of the game is slow and deliberate. Maybe not so little. It's not every day, folks, you get them on the first cast like that. Pretty cool. Then take it to the back here where it's easy to land. Oh, it's eating squid. And there we have it. Not gonna risk damaging the fish by taking it into the boat. It's a nice easy D-hook. Now off it goes. So light line, light epoxy jigs, light leader, slow retrieve, rod tip towards the sky to keep that lure as close to the surface as you can, and that's how you're going to fish through these difficult situations where there's lots of fish, lots of bait, but tough to hook up.